Hey guys, it's me, Danielle, Danny Buttons, and I'm here today with my first ever Coloring Happy Mail. I'm so excited to show you. I'm peeking it. Oops. I received 2 packages from Jamie, from Jamie's Coloring Love, who will obviously be linked down below. And I am so excited. I'm so thankful. I can't believe it, to be honest with you. I've never gotten Coloring Happy Mail before, and I'm so happy, and I can't wait to send you something back, Jamie, very soon. But I want to show you what she gave me and also color in it, because why not? So she sent 2 things. Number 1 is the Mandalas for Relaxation and Meditation by Camelia Angelkova. So as you know, I really love her mandalas, and I did not have this one, and this one's exciting because a lot of them are square. So I think that will be fun to try that. We'll see how my method works with my 5-color method on squares. But these are definitely different than the books I have, and that's really cool. There are some round ones in here too, like that's round. I'm not gonna flip through them all because a lot of them look the same, even though they're very much not. But I'm skipping a few pages here and there. I'm so excited to get started in these. I'm sure I will have at least one of these done for my monthly wrap-up. So if you want to see more from this book, look out for that. Look, that one's really weird. I think I do like it a lot, though. I like her more geometric ones, so that's cool. So yes, this is this book. I think there's 40 in here, it said. Stars. Ooh, I love that. Oh, it's going to be confusing, though. I think I'm going to mess up on the pattern, but I love it. So, yes. Yep, there's 40 in here. And I can't wait to get started on those. But book 2, I'm very excited about. And I'm actually going to color from this one. So let me show you that. It is The Princess Bride, As You Wish, Memorable Quotes to Color book. It says it's the 30-year anniversary of the movie. I was tricked. First of all, did the book come out first or after? I honestly don't know. I remember I bought the book in college because I love the movie, and the book references another book as a prequel. So I was like, oh man, I can't read this until I read that. That doesn't exist. It was all a joke. So it makes me laugh that I didn't read that book yet because I was tricked. But this, I love this movie a lot. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I plan on watching it. It's on Disney Plus if you have it. Plan on watching it very soon and coloring this book. So I'm excited for that. There's actually 2 Princess Bride coloring books. One is more scenes, and then this one's quotes. I'm going to flip through this one a little more in depth, and then of course color in it with you guys right now. So here we go, The Princess Bride. This is so cool. I just thought this book, like when I had seen it online, Jamie has this one too. I just thought it would be fun and different. Let's see. Some of them are a little bit hard to read, but I'm positive that once they're colored, they'll be fine. I really love that it has a picture from, like, Fred Savage's part before. Right? Is that his name? Yeah, Fred Savage. Okay, Ben Savage. When I was your age, television was called books, and this looks super 80s patterned. This is true love. You think this happens every day. See, they're really hard to read, but then once... I'm nervous about coloring the people, but we'll see. Murdered by Pirates is good. These guys. No more rhymes now, I mean it. Anybody want a peanut? Ha 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 ha. Fezzik. Some of them are real long, so I'm not even going to read them all. But I just think the style in here is super cool. Inconceivable. I'm a little sad Inconceivable is on a double page because you can't really see the E in there. And that's one of my favorite parts. When you keep using that word and I don't think you know what that means. This is a cool page. Yeah, I'm probably, well, definitely today I'm going to be using watercolors in here. So maybe that will help with the people. I don't know. I've never really colored really realistic people. I think I'm going to work on this one today. I'm only waiting around to kill you because I think it's simple enough to do it on stream, but it's a fun one. Also, am I even in camera? My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. You seem like a decent fellow. I'd hate to kill you. I hate to die. Yeah, like the faces are a little strange with line art, but I think that's just how it has to be. I can't compete with you physically, and you no match for my brains. Incredibly hard to read, but I just think they're really cool. This one's also a little bit weird, like it doesn't seem to fit with everything else, but that's fine. Mix it up. Never go against a Sicilian when death is on the line. As an Italian, I relate to that. You know, ha 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 ha. You can die slowly, cut into 1,000 pieces. There's a lot of like flower backgrounds, which I think will work really well with watercolor. I love this double. You killed my love. It's possible. I kill a lot of people. I think you can do them individually or as a double, and I think that's beautiful. This rodent of unusual size is pretty creepy. That part always creeps me out in the movie. This one's a little bit busy, this background, but again, once you do the words, I think it'll pull it all together. I was thinking of doing this one first, but it's not the most PG, so I did not pick this one. Please consider me as an alternative to suicide. It's definitely more 80s movie appropriate, so. I also was thinking of doing this one. I love this because I really love lemons as like a motif. So why don't you give me a nice paper cut and pour lemon juice on it? So that will probably be done soon. This one's really beautiful. I'm not a witch. I'm your wife. Love that. I was showing Sam this book and he was like, I don't remember a lot of these quotes. And I'm like, wow, that's weird. And then I showed him this one. He's like, oh, I remember that. So I think he's going to have to watch with me. Have fun storming the castle. Yeah, there's just so many like different styles in here, which is really cool. Marriage is what brings us together today. So I feel like this would be fun to like do on my anniversary. I don't know. I'll hopefully remember that when the time comes. So super cool. You warthog-faced buffoon. To the pain. And then a nice, beautiful finishing page. Also, it says create your own, but I don't know what they want me to create. So I'm actually probably going to test my watercolor back here before I go crazy on the main pages. And then I really like that closing page. So that was another contender for what I would do right now. All right, let me take out my paint and test it right on here. I'm hoping, I think the visuals are okay. Let's see. I'm gonna take my trusty background papers. Now, it's very funny because I pre-filmed a bunch of videos, but obviously I'm bumping this one in front of all of them. So today's the 16th of July. You'll definitely be seeing this tomorrow, which is the 17th of July. And I guess that means the video I filmed yesterday, but you'll see on the 19th, is where I used a different type of watercolors. And I explained all the stuff I was using, but obviously now we're back again. So let's just show you what I'm talking about. All right. I plan on using my Kuretake watercolors. Let me get this little lid off if I can. Voila. I think there are 36 colors in here. That's them all swatched out. They don't have names in English, but obviously you can kind of tell what they are and they're in the same order. I like these. Sometimes as I'm painting, I'll just take one out and hold it in my hand. It makes it easier. So that's super nice. I'm using a Kuretake water brush, and I'm also using my paint cup with my little paint puck in there. I talked more about my cup in what will now be the next video, but the little paint puck, it actually like helps clean your brushes much easier, and it's really nice on your brushes. So I'll link as much as I can down below. So I know, let's just test. So I guess we should maybe use a dark color to test. So let's go for like, these colors look almost black. I don't think they are, but maybe they are. And I'll just do one very dark, yeah, it's definitely dark blue. I'm just gonna do one real dark flower and see what happens. There's actually a lot of water on the brush too because I just dunked it for the first time. So there's always more water on my first dunk. I'm focused, I'm sorry. I just have a feeling that almost every quote in here I'm gonna just paint in the gold because I just think it will like fit in with the movie so well. Yeah, speaking of the book, I actually got a new copy, I think last year for Christmas from Sam, and it was like this really nice bound, beautiful copy, and I still have not read it. So hopefully, maybe I will also try to read that soon. But I'm definitely going to watch the movie again soon. Alright, so I'm going to let this dry for a second and then see what happens to the other side. I'm sure it'll be fine, but better safe than sorry. We don't want to ruin any of these pages. So, sometimes if I'm done with an area and I want it to dry quick, I'll just like take my paper towel and squish it down, and then it'll get any excess paint off of it. You almost can see some of it coming through, but I'm thinking it's just the wetness and not actual bleed through. So I think once it dries, that'll go away. And again, I was not very careful because I was just testing for one, and it was my first dunk. So, all right. Yeah, so this paint puck's really cool. Again, you'll see it in my next video, but you just like rub your bristles through the little bits and it gets all the paint out really easy. I'm sorry, my paint cup is so gross. I used acrylic paint and didn't clean very thoroughly. Oh yeah, I pushed this one into that side and that rubbed off. So it's definitely just not dry yet. But again, these are the tester pages, so I think that's fine. And it looks like it's gonna be pretty clear. So we're gonna go for it. Let's go back and see what's on the other side of that page anyway. All right, to be honest, the people pages scare me, so I would not be inclined to do this page first. So I'm going to hope for the best and just go for it on this page. I think, hopefully this is the right type of watercolors to use here. We will see. I'm going to go for gold for the words, obviously, right? So I'm going to take out my gold. Now I'm off screen doing that. Let's see if I can get it out. I got it. And water it up and start from there. So yeah, I'm so thankful to Jamie for sending me these things. It's just so nice. Again, I've been saying this a lot, but I truly mean it, that I'm so happy to like become, yeah, all right. Start becoming, I don't know. I'm so happy to be part of the coloring community for real. And again, I've been making coloring videos for a long time, but I've just now started actually talking to people in the community, and I've been trying to make an effort to comment on more videos, and I've been buddy coloring and talking to people on Instagram, and now I've talked to Jamie quite a bit, and I'm so happy to be her friend. So, thank you again. I'm going to thank you again at the end, too. But, ooh. So, that's pretty metallic, but you're not going to be able to see until we wiggle around, I expect. Should I zoom in? Maybe? Whoa. Ooh. We'll have to remember to make sure I'm actually painting what's on screen, though. The only problem with the metallic paint, which is not a huge deal, obviously, is that it covers the line work really well. Uh-oh, my doggy is barking. Let's see what kind of barking it is. I don't know. There's this dog that lives a block away, and she hates him, like, with her whole soul. So it's probably him. All right, I'm gonna pause for her to bark. Be right back. Okay, she may be done, but she could very well be tricking me because I don't think there was enough time for anybody to walk past. So I'm not sure what she was barking at, but I will keep going. Yeah, there's a dog down the block. She hates him. I don't understand why. She doesn't outwardly hate anybody else, or any other dog at least, as much as she hates this guy. We call him Grumpy Dog because he just barks going down the street. Like, he doesn't even have to see anything. When we very first moved into this house, we saw him, and he was just standing in the middle of the street barking. So his owners also walk him so often. I always joke that they don't want him in the house and they just like take turns going around the block and then they'll switch. Because I want to say they walk him what feels like 6 times a day. And that's a lot. I don't know how they have time for that. We barely, to be honest with you, get to walk Miss Noodles around. We just play with her out in the backyard. So maybe she's just jealous of Grumpy Dog and that's why she barks. But I don't know. She also barks at the mailman and any children that walk down the block. So we might hear from her again. That's how she told me that my package was here this morning, because she barked at Amazon. So I actually recently made her a little dog tag. I have the paper next to me, so I'll show you in like actual 1 second. We just got it in the mail, but it's called tagsforhope.com, and apparently they like donate to charities, dog-related charities, but we made her one of these tags. This is obviously not hers. Uh-oh, why can't you focus? It's a license plate. So it's, or a license, not license plate. So they have them for all the states. So we got her a little New Jersey license, and it's so cute. Because it looks like a real little license, but you could like customize it. And so obviously we have like our phone number and the vet's phone number, things like that. But then you could, there was one line that you could put like a little fluff piece. They said on the website, they're like, oh, go crazy, be funny. I was like, oh, okay. So a lot of them would be like, oh, my princess and things like that. But on Noodles, I put will bark for hours, because she will bark for hours. It's a lot. We have, every once in a while, like my dad will have to have a business guest over. And when he does, long story short, when we have guests over, Noodles will bark for hours. For like the whole time that they're here. And it's crazy and it's impressive. And I wish she wouldn't, but I don't know. Can't really stop her. She will get to the point where she has to lay on the ground because she can barely breathe between barks, but she still barks. So I appreciate it because she definitely just like wants everyone to be safe. And when we have guests, they stay downstairs, and then my dad will stay upstairs in the guest room because if they're his guests. Obviously, if they're my guests, they just stay in the guest room upstairs. And once he's up here and she can make sure he's okay, then she'll stop. But all day long, she will just go. Let's peek. It looks like nothing is coming through. So that is great. I don't know if I'm going to do the whole background on video. I just more so wanted to do this gold. But I'm really happy. I've had this book for a few days now, and I've been wanting to use it, but Jamie said another package was coming, so I waited. I feel like this is going to be the kind of book that I've recently come to love, which is I feel free to not finish the pages, and I feel free to just like color in all the words and then be happy with it. And I really appreciate those types of books now, because I would get into big coloring slumps and feel guilty if I had started a page and never finished it, or like if a page is too overwhelming. and I just didn't like it. So once I like allowed myself, as silly as that sounds, to just go for it and like only color what I want, it's like, it's very powerful to me, and I appreciate that a lot. So this might be one of those books. Like, I might just go on every page and color all the all the words gold. So we will see. I'm also hoping to buddy color with Jamie from this book soon. I have been a buddy coloring fool, and I've loved it. I've done like 6 different buddy colors. Is that too many? I've definitely buddy colored with 4 people this month, which is great. So again, if you want to buddy color with me, my Instagram is down below, and you can let me know down there, or comment if you don't have Instagram or something like that. But that seems to be a good place to find me. Yeah, sometimes YouTube, again, it'll show me that the first comment is there, but then it won't tell me that more comments are there. So I'm always sad when I like find them 3 days later. You know what else is embarrassing? When I realize that I haven't been following somebody that I like, and they follow me, and then maybe will comment or like a picture, and then I'll be like, oh no, I was not following you back. And then I have to follow them back like a year later, and I feel silly. So, especially if you make videos and want me to see or something like that, comment that down below too, because I'll be happy to check them out. Yes, so I love watercoloring because it's so quick and easy, and you don't really have to worry about getting into each little nook and cranny, because the paintbrush will just do that for you. And I know a lot of people will watercolor and then do color pencils over top of it, but a lot of times I will just watercolor and then leave it at that, because then you kind of get the watercolory look. So I don't think I've ever watercolored skin yet. No, I must be fibbing. I don't know. I definitely have less practiced watercoloring skin than anything else. I can say that. So that might be, again, something I try in this book. But I haven't used these paints in a really long time, so I was happy to get them out, but I knew that it had this gold in here. But this was like my first set. Well, my first set was the Michael set, but this was my first nice set, because the Michael set was $5. And I got this as a gift from my friend Lydia. So she's my bestie. And she does not art, but she frequently gets me art gifts, which I enjoy. For my birthday, I think this might have been a Christmas gift a few years back. But either way, again, I say this all the time, but I'm very, very lucky that a lot of my friends and family get me coloring related supplies and gifts and things like that. I don't know if it's because that's all that's on my wish list, but either way, they do it. I know a lot of the times people won't get you things that they don't like, so I'm happy that most of my supplies were gifts. All right. We are done with the words. Let's see what we want to do next. I wish there was a silver, but there is not really a silver, which I'm seeing and I'm sad about. I wonder if I can mix. I've never tried mixing with these, so I'm nervous, but we'll try it, right? Why not? I'm gonna mix this like white, shiny white, and what I'm assuming is that black. I'm gonna mix right on here. I was hoping to do a video about me watercoloring soon to show my process, which I have no idea, again, if it's the right process, but I thought that'd be a good how I color video. So what I'm gonna do is try to get a lot of this paint onto this board. Oof. It's very hard to see. Can you see it at all? No, but I don't think I can make this any better, so I apologize. We're just gonna have to believe in me. I wonder if I can just like... No, apparently not. These little paint pots have tons of paint in there, which is nice. It's gonna be so shiny. I'm hoping to get all of this off first, because once I put the black, I'm not gonna want to dunk back in here. But I just keep getting more and more paint. We gotta cover this whole dagger. All right, let's see. And then I'm gonna take the black. Ooh. Apparently I used a lot of the black. I don't remember ever using the black, but there's a big divot, so. And then I'm gonna get some of that on here and mix it all about. Ooh, that looks good. Maybe the tiniest bit more. I think you can see that now, right? It's super shiny, so it might be hard to know if you're seeing it. Okay, should be good. And I don't mind, well, apparently I just wiped it off with my finger, but I don't mind if that ends up being shiny later, so that should be good. Okay, so now I obviously have a ton of paint in my brush itself, so I'm gonna start at the top. No, I'm good. Okay. Ooh, yeah, that's the right color. Yeah, so it's very like thick and wet. So just be careful, because again, these paints do, especially the metallics, or primarily the metallics, do a really good job at covering the lines, which is not always bad, but right now I want the detail, so I don't want it to cover the lines. Of course, I have way too much paint, don't I? Yes, I do. Let's take some more. Ooh. This is shiny. I am pleased. I don't think I've ever mixed with these paints because, again, this was my first set, so like I didn't really understand that mixing was an option yet. So I mix a whole lot with my Primas. Ooh. Beautiful. Let me zoom out so I don't forget. But I'm gonna work on, I think since I still have so much paint left, I'm gonna color more of these details with it. I'm breaking my own rule. I always try to go top to bottom. Okay, so I think, what should I do next? I don't know why I really was thinking of making the handle red. I hate the color red, so I really don't know why, but I'm gonna do blue. I don't like red. I'm gonna keep it with all this glitter, so I'm just gonna add the blue right to my already paint smush and see what happens. I'm gonna add a pretty dark blue. I know I'm off screen, I'm sorry. I just don't want to get everything everywhere. Let's see what happens when I do that. Oh, we shiny still. Great. So let's finish all these details with that shiny blue. Yeah, I like that. Cool, cool, cool. Can you see? I think so. So again, I just need to worry about the line work. I don't want to lose the detail. When I watercolor, I usually make everything super solid, so it's as if I didn't even watercolor. I really need to practice working on the watercolor look, but I do like just to make everything solid. I'm gonna attempt to avoid the little line there. Let's see. I am very pleased with how this is turning out. I'm gonna have to do more mixing though in a second, so I'm nervous. I didn't expect to be mixing. I don't know what I was expecting. Obviously now the only problem is I mixed everything on top of each other, so if I wanted to go back to the other color, I could not because it is gone. I think watercolors are my solution to pages I can't do alcohol markers in, because for the most part watercolor won't bleed, or for example if it's on like Amazon paper, it doesn't matter, you just put something behind it. Amazon paper doesn't seem to be double-sided usually. I'm hoping that this isn't like reflecting really bad and that you can't see anything. It looks fine, but it's hard to tell. I never know what lighting is better. I have obviously my like overhead lights in the room now, and there's one pretty close to the top of my desk, and then I have my old light. If you saw my desk tour, you saw that, and then obviously like windows are open and things like that. Ooh, I like it so much. Okay, I'm just gonna keep that there until the end, but what do you think? I like it. So watch my little brush. I don't know if you can see how easy that works. Probably not, because there's light. But then I always just keep a paper towel next to me. There was a ton of blue in the brush this time, so I gotta put it through again and then make sure everything's off. There we go. All right, I think I'm mixing again because I want to make like a light brown for my scroll, and I don't have a light brown. I don't know if I'm going to use dark brown or if I'm going to use that brown. I don't know which one will make a better color. It might even throw some yellow in there. So let's take our painting out again. I wish. Let's see. One moment, please. I was gonna see if I had like a piece of colored paper so that you could see what I'm doing. Hold on. Let's not get stuff everywhere. Stay there. We'll see if this helps at all. Obviously, I'm seeing that there's a ton of glare, so maybe this isn't gonna do anything anyway. But I feel like it is worth giving it the shot. Does that help? Make it worse? Maybe that helps. Okay. So, first things first. Back to my palette. I'm gonna put a whole bunch of white on here. If I can get it out. That's another thing, if you saw my desk, that I use my little favorite tool for. So I can just get that out there. So, load it up. I think one of the reasons I took so long to start mixing with watercolors is because I hate when the colors get dirty. But sometimes I'm just like, no, that's just a fact of art. That means that I was working in there and it's a nice thing, not a bad thing. So I kind of am trying to get over that. This white is very thick. I don't think I need this much, but we are here now, so let's go. I don't want to come back into the white after I'm done, so. Yeah, I think you can definitely see this better though, so that's a plus. Whoa, let's get as much white off my brush as we can. And then let's try the light brown. I'm hoping to get a parchment type look. I think I'm gonna need the yellow. Maybe I'll need the dark brown. We can give it a try. Ooh. Ooh, no. Yeah, I'm gonna need the yellow. Okay. I hope this is interesting to people. Otherwise, this is a lot of me talking to myself. Oh, yeah. I feel like that helps, right? We're getting much closer. Obviously, we really just need it tinted, so it's probably almost good right now. I'm gonna do the tiny bit more of the original brown. That might be good. You want to make sure your whole brush is covered in it, so if you start using a different angle of your brush, it's not a problem. And let's get back to it. I'm nervous, but we're gonna see. Yeah, I think that's gonna be good. Right now it's super dark because there's so much on my brush, but it will even be a little bit lighter when my brush is used up more. See, the only thing that's sad is that I don't want to lose this. I'm just gonna go over it and then hope that it comes through. Okay. I'm sad to lose that line work a little bit, but I think I just gotta do what I gotta do. And the good thing about watercolors is that you can kind of always go back and adjust. Like, I'm rubbing around extra and it's almost giving me the parchment look to be sloppier. So that's kind of cool. I think I might keep doing this then. Just like rub it in. Doesn't that look parchmenty? Yeah, all right. Obviously, though, I'm going to be more careful around the letters. Honestly, maybe I should have done the background first, but it's just more fun to do the letters, so I got away with myself. Ahead of myself this time. Away with myself. In general, it's always a good idea to do the lighter colors first, in my opinion, because then the darker colors can kind of cover any mistakes you may have made. So that's kind of a tip. I'm not sure what I'm going to do the background. If anyone has any ideas. I think that I'm not actually going to do the background on camera, just because I don't have an idea right now. So if anyone has any ideas, please let me know what I should do for the background. I was going to, like, my initial thought was to do like 70s, like blue, orange, and yellow, but I don't know why I went to that. And I don't know if that would go with what I've done in the middle, so we'll see. So yeah, again, for this in particular, I am kind of intentionally swirling all around because I think that looks parchment papery. Let's check our back again. No bleed through. Don't know if you can see, but nothing back there. Let's work. Oh, see, I've already put my hand in it. You could always go over the mistakes you made if you need to, or even like black outline everything. That's obviously more work, but it depends how bothered you are by the mess I'm making. In general, I tend to do my backgrounds first because it helps me like center and find where all this stuff is. But that's another personal preference. And I don't know why I have easier time doing like the large areas than small details. But it can sometimes come back to bite me because then I won't want to do the small details. I'm really hoping I have enough paint for what I need to do here. I should, again, I can just go back and take some more off wherever I need to. Now I'm going to go against everything again, and I'm going to do all behind the letters first, and then we'll finish off with the back bits. Because I might be making more of this color if I can. How are we doing on time? We are 27 minutes in. Not bad. I don't know, maybe I'm ruining it, but again, I'm keeping it a little bit messier than even I normally would because I'm hoping that it looks like parchment is the goal. So hopefully you can tell that that's what it looks like. Maybe I'll wet my brush a little more. Yeah, so have you seen The Princess Bride? If not, you should. Again, it's on Disney Plus. Apparently, I think you can rent it from Amazon. That's a fun topic. How does everyone feel about renting movies digitally? It's so funny and strange how relative prices are. Like, obviously, I used to like go to Blockbuster. How much money was Blockbuster movies? It couldn't have been less than like $3 a day, right? Or at least near the end, because I was going in the 90s, not before that. I don't know how long Blockbuster existed before that, to be honest with you, but I was going in the 90s and early 2000s before it kicked the bucket. But I don't know why it feels crazy to rent a movie for $4 digitally. I think it's because you can like buy them for $5, the DVD copies. I also hate buying digital copies for so much. Like before Disney Plus, I actually have every Disney movie on DVD, and I kept buying them all because I don't know, I was always worried that what if they weren't on Netflix or what if they weren't anywhere. So I bought them all, but not all of them come with digital copies. A lot of them do, but not all of them. And some of them like just came out with the digital copies on like a newer version of the DVD, and that makes me really sad. So I was debating buying some digital copies, but I already own the physical copy, and the digital copy is like the same exact price. So why would I buy the movie again when I already own it? But obviously now I have Disney Plus. But it was sad for a while. So I'm putting my hand in everything. So I personally, we don't really rent movies very much. I don't know if that's weird. Like at this point, $4 a day, you could buy a coloring book for 2 days worth of movies. Get a lot more enjoyment out of that. But again, it's definitely all relative. And back in the day, I wouldn't have blinked at renting 2-3 movies from Blockbuster, so I don't know why it's such a challenge now. So, do you rent movies? At this point, I have so many streaming services. I sometimes share with my cousins. I have 2 cousins that are basically like my sisters. They are sisters with each other, and they even live within 2 miles of us, and we see and talk to each other a lot. So we also share streaming services. And my dad, for some reason, feels it necessary to have every single cable channel. But because of that, we have access to a lot of those streaming services that you like get with your cable channels. So point is, I have almost every streaming service you can think of, and yet there's some times where I still can't find movies. What? I think that's crazy. Like we have Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, HBO Max. Between my cousins, they have like the DC Plus for the superhero movies. They have like a Broadway subscription. I have, again, every channel. So I have Starz and I don't know what the other movie channels are, but I got them. Everything. I got it all. And yet sometimes we still cannot find movies. And I think that's crazy. Oh, Amazon Plus, or Amazon Prime. I got it all. I think we're going to be so close, but I think we're going to make it. I'm sorry that this is so shiny, and I really hope it's not distracting. Again, I film, now you've seen, hopefully if you saw my desk tour, but I have like this monopod that's essentially over my head. So when I'm filming, I can't really see in the camera. Sometimes I'll stand up and look, but I don't always want to do that. And a lot of times, like, I'll film my videos standing, but this is a longer one, so I don't want to be standing the whole time. Again, I just think there's too much paint up there. We are going to make it, guys. We are going to make it with this much paint. Oh, I just went right over those letters, though. That's fine. This is where I put a little bit too much water, so I gotta be careful. Voila! We've made it. Let me stand and see what we're working with. Oh yeah. So as you can see, the letters are super shiny, and the entire dagger is super, super shiny. And that is with what we made. I think I got a little paint on some of the letters, but I almost feel like it works and it kind of looks worn. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I think we're going to call it a video here, and I might work on the background. I might be done here, and I really love that. So I, again, really, really, really want to thank Jamie for the Happy Mail. Thank you so much. Can't believe it. I will have her tag below. Definitely go check her out. She's been putting out videos too, and you should be watching them. So if you made it to the end, what should we say? How about we say inconceivable? It is a reference from the book. I don't know how you're going to work that into a sentence. So good luck with that. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Comment, like, all that fun stuff. And I will see you guys later. Bye.